Did you hit record?
I did hit record.
Did you hit record?
I hit record.
Okay. Hold this up to your face.
Well, you brought a.
We're gonna white balance.
Speech?
No. We're gonna white balance because you've bad case of red face. Can you confirm or deny that is white? That sheet of paper is white? Okay, you can put that down. We don't. No, John. We don't need that anymore. John, put down the technology, John.
I feel like you're.
John?
This is just a chance to insult me because
John,
I'm
trying
Scottish
to help you out.
heritage.
John, there's been a lot of comments about your red face, John.
First of all, number one, don't read comments.
How can I not?
Number two, that's just.
I have comments enabled, John.
Comments.
I have comments enabled. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I read them?
All right, so I have a naturally like red hue,
no,
but it's not unhealthy.
It's looking very unnatural, is the thing, John. And listen. I just want to make sure it's not my fault in the editing process. I want to confirm or deny.
No human being looks this white.
Hey,
okay,
John, you don't need to put it in front of your face. I need you, John. John, no, you don't understand what I'm trying to do here. Please pick up the piece of paper. Now I need you to confirm or deny if that is a white sheet of paper.
It is a white sheet of paper.
Is it an off-white?
It's a white sheet of paper. Currently, the light is shining on it.
I'm a little colorblind, so I really need you on this, John. Is that an off-white?
It's a white sheet of paper.
Okay, so on the Roy G. Biv spectrum, it is a what?
It is white. On the Roy G. Biv spectrum, it's fucking white.
John, why are you so goddamn angry?
Because
John, I'm trying to tone down your face in the editing room.
Well, you want me to hold it up again?
Well, if we already have it on tape, but yes, please do it again.
There.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, John, is I'm going to go in the editing process and I'm going to click that equals white. John,
okay.
John, are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear you.
You may learn something. I'm going to press that equals white. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so then, John, whatever happens to your face then is out of my hands.
Are we done now?
Just hold it. 5 more seconds. 5, 4. Okay, John.
Great,
so
we're done.
So John, whatever your face comes out, however your face comes out, if it comes out baked, it's on you.
Well, fine, man. Whatever.
Hit the tanning salon.
Screw it. I don't want to tan.
Well, it will help balance out some of the redness with some healthy rays.
Too bad. I'm trying to come up with other curse words.
Hey, John, look, this is like one of those things. Welcome to Rim Tim Timmy's Fun Time Hour. This is a special episode.
Hi, Rim Tim.
You know why?
Why is it special?
Because I got an old coffee.
Wasted. Oh, you got
I got this morning's coffee. I haven't finished it, so I thought I'd finish it during the episode.
How's that taste?
I'd like to nurse my coffees like I like to nurse my... Pick me up here. Yes, that was okay, I think. All right, John. I see you're making a paper airplane.
I like to have things to do with my hands.
Yeah, let's stop.
And now I'm frustrated because you just called out how I have just a little bit of a red too.
It's the Irish in you.
Mostly Scottish, actually.
Yeah, it's the British Isles in you.
Are you? What's your heritage?
I don't know.
German?
It's a bunch of stuff. Who knows, John?
I do.
Yeah. I got one of those test things. I think they're a bunch of liars, John. I think they make it up.
I did one of those DNA tests.
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha.
I think it's a bunch of hoo-ha, John.
Brouhaha. Brouhaha.
And they go, you know what? I bet what would make this chap feel good? He's 4% Welsh.
I forgot how to make a paper airplane.
You go, how's that going to change my life? Great, I'm 4% Welsh. What do I do with that?
Well, I know that I am...
It's like, are we that starved for conversation starters that I need that to bring that up at a party?
Maybe you want to know what famous person you're related to.
That doesn't tell me that.
Yeah, it'll also show you
I didn't do the famous person. There's a famous person test?
You can find out who you're related to who's famous.
I didn't get the famous person test.
I did.
I just got the British Isles test.
Oh, well then you didn't pay enough.
Which one's that?
I did Ancestry.com.
No, that's the one we did.
Well, obviously you didn't pick the right package.
There's not a celebrity test for that.
Yeah.
I just hope I'm pretty sorry, let me rephrase. I'm pretty sure I'm related to Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix?
I'm one of the Phoenix.
I feel like you would have known that because he's in the same...
No, I'm the lost...
He's like, you're in the same generation
I'm the lost brother.
You're the lost
I'm
Phoenix?
The lost Phoenix.
Rim Tim, the lost Phoenix?
Yeah,
I'm related to a famous person.
I frequent Viper Club.
What's Viper Club?
That's where River Phoenix died.
Oh.
My brother.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, what do you want to talk about today, John?
Well, you want to know who I'm related to that's famous?
I mean, I guess.
I'm related to a painter, James McNeill Whistler. He made Whistler's mother.
Yeah, don't know that painter. Next.
You know the old woman who's like listening to a phonograph?
Nope. Next.
I'm related to the wife of a president.
Great. That means you're not related to the president.
No.
Next.
I'm Woodrow Wilson's wife.
That's great. It's not Woodrow Wilson now, is it? Next.
I think that's it.
Well.
And a lot of Scots and Irish. The bards.
Yeah, everyone is.
The Irish Scots.
Everyone's like 4% Irish. I mean, come on. John.
Well, I'm like 80%.
Oh, congratulations.
Scot, yeah.
So is everyone else.
Well, that's why I get so red.
Yeah, you need to work on that, John.
No, I drink tons of water.
Yeah, you need to hold your liquor a little better.
I don't drink.
Well, your face tells otherwise.
Well, I don't drink, really.
Well, John, the camera doesn't lie.
I don't know. I feel like
I think that's
like
why
that thing about the moon landing, which I don't believe, but
yeah, we're not going to get in. John, I can't go down crazy town with you. I can't go into your
Kobe.
weird. Yeah, of course.
Can you hand that back to me,
John? Why would we have made that up?
Could you hand me that back?
No. Why would we have made up the moon landing, John? Because we can't do it.
No, I don't agree with those theories.
You just said you did.
No, I said like I didn't say I agree with them. I don't agree with them at all.
It's such a weird. It would be such a weird thing. It's such a weird. It's
such a weird.
It's a weird flex.
Yeah, I agree.
To go, yeah, we did it, but you didn't do it. But at the same time, we have the technology to do it.
No. As like Neil deGrasse Tyson says, like it would have taken more money and effort to fake it than it would have been to actually go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And you go. Also, what is the brag? It just goes, yay! I mean, Russia had already beaten us.
I think it's the same people who believe that the Earth is flat.
Well, Russia had already beaten us, so it's not like we can say we did it first. Oh no, they did the orbit thing. We did the moon thing first.
Yeah.
So I guess it was for the humble brag.
Yeah.
I guess it was for the humble brag.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so maybe we did do it.
Yeah.
Okay, John. All right. Go.
What'd you want to be when you grew up?
No, we're not. Nope, not doing that.
All right. Do you have any imaginary friends?
John. So you again just
no.
Came.
I had something.
Then what are you waiting for?
I wanted to talk about what you wanted to do when you grew up.
That is not what you wanted. You pulled that out of your
ass.
No,
I thought about it in the shower today. I was like, oh, what am I going to talk about with Jeff today? Like, oh, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be this.
You wanted to be doing a podcast.
Is that what this is?
You know, I've tried describing this to people, and it's like not exactly a vlog because there's two people, but we're not podcasting it, so I guess it's a vlog.
Okay, then whatever that is.
You want to be a vlogger?
John, I don't know. You put over your terms you want onto it. You could pigeonhole me if you want.
I'm not pigeonholing you.
Go ahead and pigeonhole me.
I'm not.
But I just this was my intent coming out of the womb.
Okay. Kudos. Good for you. Congrats. You made it.
Okay, so obligatory. What did you want to be when you grew up?
At first, I wanted to be a paleontologist.
Yeah, who didn't?
For a second, because I was
archaeologist.
Then I was like a magician, and my parents were like, "Don't be a magician." And then I wanted to be a priest.
Yeah, don't be a magician and make all that money.
Bang bang. Priest. I wanted to be a priest.
Priest.
For a second.
Bang bang.
Well,
how does that add up at all?
No. I just had this in my hand.
Want to be a priest? Shoot 'em up, priest. Want to be one of those priests that goes on shooting sprees, killing sprees.
I really did like I saw like movies about exorcism and like exorcists, and I was like, these guys are so cool, and I thought that I could do stuff like
John,
that.
I just had a horrible realization.
What?
This is a podcast.
Getting a little existential, aren't we?
It's not at all what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Well, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Not a podcaster. Is that what this is?
It's a vlog.
Is that any better?
Practically, it's worse.
Why is that?
I don't know. I pulled that out of my ass.
You're like, what are we doing here?
We're talking.
Yeah, why?
Because we're getting to the meat of things.
We're getting to nothing.
That would be a good new name.
Yeah, but John, we're getting
to the
nothing.
meat of things.
John, we got to the bottom of what we wanted to be when we grew up.
Well, you were like, well, you got kind of dark for a second, and we kind of veered off.
John, is there? I mean this sincerely.
Oh, God.
I don't know how to put this sincerely. Is
That's
there
fine.
any depth to you at all?
Yes.
Because you're asking me questions like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And it's just this side of
Well,
what's
you
your
could
favorite color.
You could start asking me questions.
John,
or
that's
like
not the
getting
format
deep,
of the show.
which we kind of. All right, the format of the show is I bring things to talk about every week,
Yeah.
and that was something I brought to talk about. You could start there and go deeper.
John, the natural follow-up, is there any depth to you at all?
Yes, there's lots of depth to me. I am like Joe Papp's Irish coffee.
Yeah, we got that you're Irish.
Cream at the top, and then just a lot of darkness underneath.
Metaphors aren't going to work here, John. I need something to hold on to, something real.
My hand?
No, see, jokey.
All right, well, then ask me a question and I'll be real. Ask me anything. Ask me something.
Okay. How many priests to... Step away from the vehicle.
That never happened. To me, I know it happened to a lot of people, and that's why I don't really go to church. I'm not really Catholic anymore, but one of the reasons.
Well, John, I'm trying to give you a tragic backstory here, man. I'm trying to help you out because right now...
I don't have a tragic
I know,
backstory,
that's
man.
a
I had a
problem.
pretty good childhood.
I know, John. It's not working for
Played
you,
a
man.
lot of video games.
It's not...
And then when I hit 13, I got beat up a lot in school because I
Okay.
wanted to be a priest.
Okay, now we're
and
onto
then
something.
I transferred to a different school.
Now we're onto something.
All right, I got beat up a lot because
Okay.
kids would call me priest
How
boy.
bad?
People would put me up against like a chain link fence. Two kids would like hold me up against a chain link fence, and then like this really heavy, muscular, fat kid would like slam up against me, and they'd try to like get me to cry, and I
He'd
would
run into you?
No, he'd just like slam his whole body weight into me, many times.
But he was probably, what, like 100 pounds?
I mean, he was more weight than me. He was just, and then like that happened, and also these kids were just stupid. They would play pine cones.
What's pine cones?
It's like basically they would divide themselves up and
Take a couple pine cones. Ass?
No, they would whip pine cones at each other, and they would divide into teams and like two teams, and then they would just find these pine cones in the playground and whip them at each other. And so I kind of would like say, I'm on your team, and I'd give kids pine cones. I would like be bringing pine cones to both teams.
Yeah, John, that sounds fun.
I didn't like it.
You were the pine cone getter.
Well, yeah, I would, because that like protected me. Because
Yeah,
I was like,
sounds
no one's
fun.
gonna hit the guy who's bringing.
You're
the
like the
pine
guy in
cones.
Overwatch. You're the ammunitions guy in Overwatch.
Oh, you play Overwatch?
I played it once.
Oh, what character?
And I
you
was the
main?
ammunitions
What was your
guy.
main?
I was my job was to get the ammunitions.
That wasn't a character.
There's not a character that gets ammunitions for people.
No.
There's something like
There
that.
are some support characters though.
That it was a support character. You were a support character.
Mercy? Were you Mercy?
I have no idea, John. It was not a very
Were you Zenyatta?
John, I have no idea. I can't help you out
Were
here.
you
John, you can keep asking me. I'm going to continue not to know.
the guy with the rollerblades?
Yeah, sure, John. You just keep listing the characters. Go.
Were you Tracer?
No, I have no idea.
Were you Bastion?
Dunno.
Were you
Could be.
You were Genji?
Maybe.
Genji has samurai swords.
Great. I have no idea, John.
Diva?
So you were a pine cone fetcher.
Yeah.
Well, John, again, not very tragic. Somebody ran into you once.
That happened a lot. But then
You were
they
fetching
stopped.
a lot of pine cones. Somebody bumped into you in a fence.
Yeah. Sure.
And here you are
Mm-hmm.
with nothing to talk about.
I hate you.
I watched a man die once. That was my grandmother.
Blim, Timmy!
Shouldn't I change shirts?
What are you talking about?
Should we do another one?
John, why do you need to change shirts, John?
Because we would change shirts and record more than one.
Well, John, you just love to destroy any illusion of disbelief, don't you?
Hasn't it been
Why don't you just tell them everything, John?
Hasn't it been over 15 minutes?
John, oh, is that our cutoff? We have a cutoff now?
Well, we're going to start recording 20-minute episodes?
John, I have no idea if it's been 15 minutes. I don't keep track of the fucking time.
I have a very good sense of time.
John, I bet that wasn't near 15 minutes. In fact, I will break any sense of... it was 16 minutes.
Ha-ha! Boom, bitch!
Yeah, but great. So why you're cutting it off 15, huh?
No, I'm not cutting off at 15.
Well, you did.
I guess so.
Go change shirts. Great.